What's happening? I need to stay up, so I gotta make a video, man. Wasn't gonna bother y'all today, but I was getting kind of tired. So I figured I'm gonna just make a video. Attachment is not love, man. Many people write what love is, and they're entitled to that. I guess everybody got their own definition, right? But one thing's for sure, attachment is not necessarily love. All attachment is you're attached to something. I've said this before. A lot of people are attached to their job, but does that mean that they love their job? Some people, yeah. Shit. Some people do love their job, but most people do not. However, they're attached to that job, so they still go to that job, or they still deal with that job, right? Well, a lot of people are in relationships that they're not happy with, man. The person's beating them down. I've been there before. Just the relationship in general. So instead of me pointing a finger saying a person's beating a person down, I'm just going to say the relationship in general is beating the person down. You know, it's becoming a burden. I hate when I forget to do that. It's becoming a burden, man. People have to learn how to be alone and love themselves, because honestly, that's the only way that you're going to be right for somebody, and that's the only way you're going to be able to really, truly pick somebody right for you. I know that's not what people want to hear, I know, but it's the truth. If you are scared to be alone, or you are, if attachment is like a death sentence to you, more than likely the person you're with right now, the person you're attached to right now, you probably got with immediately after you broke up with somebody else, which you was probably attached to them immediately after you broke up with somebody else. The problem is people do not take time to themselves to become right for someone. It goes both ways. The person coming to you and you coming to the person. 99.9% of the time, both people, all people, are not taking time away from people. They're going straight to somebody else to get healed. But they never really heal. That's why some people go into a new relationship, right? But they really not going to be satisfied or happy with that new relationship because they never healed from their ex. They never took time to themselves for a year or two. They just went straight to somebody else. So in reality, yeah, they're very attached to the new person, right? That new toxic relationship that they're more than 9 times, even if it's not a toxic person, they're probably not happy, and the reason being is because of satisfaction, and the reason being is because they never got over their ex. So therefore, the next person couldn't really satisfy them to the fullest. It's facts, people. I know this is not what people want to hear, man. Nobody wants to hear, damn, you mean to tell me I should go take a break from women and men for about a year and detox from trying to get with somebody? Yeah, you should. You should. You don't got to. But if you don't, you're just going to bring baggage to someone else, and other people, if they don't, they're just bringing baggage to you. But back to the attachment shit, even though that's part of it. You know, a lot of people think they love the person they're with or they can't live without the person. They'd rather live in miserable hell because they're scared to leave the person alone, all because of attachment. That's all it is. What the fuck? My bad, y'all. So if you just now joined in, what I was talking about was how people don't heal from their ex, really. They go to someone else, and then that new relationship, whether the person's toxic or whether the person's a good person, a lot of times the people ain't satisfied with the person. And it ain't even got to be a relationship. It could be just dating. Like, they think they wouldn't be happy with a motherfucker because they didn't even heal from the person that hurt them. Like, you got to be completely healed first so you can really see how you really feel somebody or don't feel somebody. You know, a lot of times people think they feel somebody and it's only because of out of loneliness. And then sometimes you think that you don't feel somebody because you can't, it's hard for somebody to satisfy you because you never got over your last relationship, man. You never took time out to get over that shit, man. You got to. This is a must. After every relationship, this is a must, man. All this going from one person to another, and people wonder why they're not happy with the perfect woman or man, and your ass still ain't happy. You wonder why. Or you can't stop thinking about your ex. You wonder why. Because you're not willing to go through the fire to be cleansed. You're not willing to put your heart through the fire, man. After a breakup, after your heart been burned, and you've been burned, you know what I mean? You already been burned. You might as well just go. You know how they say you gotta put gold in the fire? You know what I mean? That people gotta go through that fire, man, and they don't want to do it. So what do? They run right back to the person that they was with. You know, the motherfucker lied, he cheated, he stole your car, he did everything in the book. She did everything in the book. And you run back and you think it's because of love, and it's not because of love. It's because of attachment, man. That's all it is. Example, a lot of people don't love their jobs, but they're attached to it, so they keep going to it. Or they feel they need it, so they keep going to it. Too many people feel like they need somebody that you know cheating on you. You know they doing you wrong. You know they don't really want you. That's why he's looking at every woman when you walking past. You know deep down inside he don't want you. But you don't want to accept that. You don't want to accept that reality. You rather live and love the lie. It don't make sense though, because that lie is going to hurt you way worse than the truth, y'all. Trust me on this, man. Once you break the attachment of a person that do you dirty and all that, man, you're going to feel so fucking happy. You might not even want another girlfriend or boyfriend for a while. I'm just giving y'all facts. And let's not forget about how it can make your life come from here all the way up here. Because a lot of times when you're with a bad person, all they doing is holding you down and back. That's not just financially, but mentally, physically. Just draining your shit, man. Sucking you dry like a bitch. And you walking around damn near half dead. Can't even live in life. Can't even smile no more. All over a man or a woman. All because of attachment, and you want to call it love. It's not love, man. If it was love, you wouldn't be in the position you're in. Love don't, I'm with my woman, but I'm looking at a woman's ass. No, love don't do that. You know why? Because I love my woman, and I don't want my woman's feelings to get hurt. I see the ass over there. Yeah, it looks good. Look good in the motherfucker. But guess what? When I get home with my woman, I'm taking it out on her ass. I ain't gonna be looking at her, look at that, man. Unless y'all that couple. Some people are that couple, they get along with it. That's what they do. But if you know that's hurting your woman, man, you're not doing that shit, man. If a man love a woman, he's not cheating because he know that that's coming back on him. He know there's repercussions for that. But you got women out here who are attached to men. They scared to leave the man because, well, number one, all men cheat, right? So since all men cheat, which is a lie, because I don't cheat, and I'm a man, so I don't give a fuck what y'all trying to say. And I know there's other men out here who don't cheat either. I've seen it with my own eyes. So you can't. They clearly tell me they don't. Why would they lie? Men tell men all type of shit. But there's women out here who want to leave a man and getting done wrong by a man, but they feel like they can't leave. They feel like they're weak. They feel like that their life is going to be destroyed if they leave the man, but in reality, their life is being destroyed by not leaving the man. And they ain't seen nothing yet, because a lot of times the baby ain't even involved yet. And you are in your stand with a motherfucker that treats you like shit, calls you pieces of shit, and I mean, I've seen it over and over with so many women. All because, you know, you want to know the real reason, besides the attachment, making them think they love a motherfucker. Also, you know what else is going on, what goes with attachment? She feels sorry for the guy. I can't just leave him like that. That same motherfucker, you know what I mean, that cheats on you or calls you a piece of shit and this and that, you feel sorry for him? Or vice versa? The same woman that calls you bitch and this and that, you ain't nothing, you're nobody, you feel sorry for her? I get it, you care about a person. I've done it. Man, I don't really want to leave this girl, man. I really don't want to leave this chick, man. But I got to. Because at some point, it's either them or you. You start to love yourself, is what happens, really. You start to actually love yourself more than the so-called relationship you got going on, or that person. Because a lot of times, people love the person more than they love them fucking selves. That's why they put up with the shit. If you love yourself, I'm going to just say, let's just say, just as much as a motherfucker that's doing you dirty. You're not putting up with that shit, dog. You can't. How can I take you back after you fucked him and him and him and take you back like your little ass bitch? The only way I can do that is if I don't care about myself. I know you fuck dude and dude. And all you're going to do is fuck more. So why would I do that? I know you really don't want me. Because if you really wanted me, then it would be like in the beginning, we'd be having sex all the time or something like that, right? A lot of y'all women, you don't even want to fuck the dude no more. Because you don't care about it, but you're going to stay anyway, right? What happened to the spark in the beginning? He blew that motherfucker off by doing his fuckery, right? So now you forced to stay with a man that you don't even want. All because you're scared that your life's going to crumble if you leave this motherfucker. But you forgot about God, and that's why I keep telling y'all, the devil wants you to depend on that shit, and the devil wants you to depend on a man. That man that you think is, you basically saying that man is God. Because choose one. God, here's the Most High shows you, hey, this guy's doing you wrong. I need you to come with me. I need you to leave this life and come with this life that I got for you. The devil tricked you, played you, made you think that this was love and shit, and it's not. You see it? All right? I need you to come with me. Y'all don't, but the devil always convinces you you can't live without him. Man, what you gonna do? How you gonna pay your bills, man? But he gonna get somebody better than you. It's always another lie with the devil, dog. Anything to scare your ass from leaving, because he know by leaving that motherfucking situation, right? The woman or man, right? He know that there's a future, a better, bright future for you, man. I'm telling y'all think I'm just talking because I got breath and I was tired, so I put on a video to make it the rest of the way to my job. That is not so, y'all. I'm a living proof to this shit, man, because I've been through it. I know why a woman would run back to an ex, or why a woman can't leave an ex, or why a man can't leave a woman, because I've been there and done it. Women cheat on you, you don't want to leave, so you just stay. You know what I mean? And that's not loving yourself, man. That's not a good thing. Even me, by doing that, I feel bad for doing that shit. Once a woman cheats on me, I should leave her. See, I be downgrading them, but I shouldn't even be doing that. I should leave. Why am I still dealing with this person? Oh, but there's kids involved and this or that. It don't matter, man. It don't matter. It ain't worth suffering in life for somebody who don't want you, man, or don't respect you, man. It's just not worth it, man. Ain't no relationship on this earth worth that. None. And y'all claim y'all want something better. I want to be happier. Well, guess what? You got to take the first step. And the first step is leaving somebody, right? And you got to walk through that fire to get cleansed. You made this bed. You picked the wrong guy. Now you got to detach before it gets worse. Because it's going to get worse. Yeah, it's going to be nice for a minute. He or she going to be nice for a minute when they see you pulling away. And then once they see that you back, they're going to pull the mask right back off. It's the same trick over and over. It's like a basketball player. Well, you can't stop my crossover, so I'm going to keep crossing your ass over until you stop it. That's all it is. And all it is attachment. It's not love, man. You just got used to somebody. That's why I recommend don't be moving in with people and all that shit 6 months in and y'all talking about getting married and moving in. It don't matter how much y'all like each other, how good it's going. Shit, keep that shit like that, man. Why would you fuck it up by trying to force it even for, like trying to rush the project? It's like I'm building a project with a woman and this project going along great. So why the fuck would we, well, let's just rush this shit. Why? Why? Nah, man, take your time. You know what I'm saying? You can get attached to anybody too. A lot of people out here trying to do the rebound shit, man. Well, I'm just going to deal with such and such for a little bit, you know, to try to get over. What's the name? And then the next thing you know, you attached to somebody you don't even like, and now you got to figure out how to leave them alone. And you know what I'm saying? Good luck with that. And matter of fact, a lot of relationships you see now is exactly that. They really didn't like the person, but they're like, I'll just give them a chance. I need somebody around in life right now. You know what I mean? And that's what they did. And then once they get in the relationship and they get going for a long time, that's why you see the cheating and the arguing and shit. Any two people who are happy with each other ain't arguing every day, ain't saying you pieces of shit every day, ain't looking at every woman or man they see every day talking about I fuck this and that. They not doing that, man, because they feel like they got the best. When you feel like you got the best product, you ain't looking at no other product. Man, I feel like I got the best car. Like a person could pull up to me in a fucking Rolls Royce, right? I feel like I got the best car. All right, well, that's a whole nother league. Put it like this. A person could pull up to me in a Benz. They say Benzes are better than Cadillacs. I feel like I got the best car right now. I feel like I made the best purchase for me. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It's not going to make me, oh, man, I wish this or that. No, I'm perfectly happy with what I got. You know what I mean? But a lot of people like the front for the audience. But behind closed doors, they're arguing. And I'm not saying this to shit on people, man. I'm saying this because, man, in the end, it's not going to work anyway. You're just holding on to shit out of attachment. Because somebody else didn't find somebody else yet. It's always one person that really cares, and then it's always the other one that they don't give a fuck. They cheating, lying, they don't give a fuck, right? Well, guess what? You're going to lose the person in the end anyway. That person that you're holding on to that cheats on you and lies and shit, you're going to lose him in the end anyway. Him or her in the end anyway. It just so happened that they haven't found somebody that doesn't make them want to come back to you. Or the karma keeps coming their way and they keep getting played like they're playing you, so now they run back to you and you think it's love, which is even more dangerous. As I look back at the women, like, man, they always come back, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they always come back, but they coming back because it didn't work. What if it did work? They asked, would it never came back. That's facts. Not saying they wouldn't have missed me or something like that, but the real reason why they come back is because it didn't work with the other people, man. That is facts. That's facts. And the real reason why men cheat is because they're with a woman that they really don't want as much as that woman thinks. As much as he thinks he's making that woman think. And the same thing with a woman. You cannot convince me that a woman, I know how women are. When they get a guy they like, nobody else matters. So you're trying to convince me that a woman that is with a man that she really wants, somehow a dick popped in her mouth. Come on, man, I know better. No, that's not happening. So a woman got to ask herself, how did this man end up fucking somebody else if he liked you that much? See, they don't want to come to the grips of that reality. Because once I come to the grips of the reality, the man I'm dealing with actually don't fuck with me like that, now I got to let him go and be alone and deal with that fire. But nobody want to deal with that fire. But they don't realize that fire is cleansing you from all that dirt and shit from this last motherfucking relationship, man. That's all the fire going to do. Let God deal with you. But y'all want to hear that. Y'all think I'm trying to throw a church service or something. When really I'm not, man. The devil don't want us to believe in God. When all the chips are gone, when everything's fucked up, I ain't got nothing left. I ain't got a pot to piss in, and I got to leave this guy or girl because they full of shit. But you know what? I trust God. I think God got my future. That's not what people do, though. They get scared and let me cling back to the liar. It's cuffing season. Pick the best liar that you can find. You know what I mean? And go run back to him and just deal with it. What that post say? Pick the best liar and just chill. Yeah, that's exactly what motherfuckers is doing. Because you have no faith in God. Because if you did, once that person cheated, you'd be like, I already know God. This ain't what God wants from me. Ain't no way God want me to stay with a woman that lies and cheats and treats me like shit. Or a man that lies, cheats, and treats. That can't be God. The devil tricked me. It got to be the devil. He convinced me that this was the real deal, and it's not. And that's all it is. And y'all not ready for that, man. A lot of people not ready for that. But you don't realize, man, being single is a perfect time to really level up. Everybody act like being single is the worst thing on earth when really it's not. Of course it's not better than being in a relationship with the right, or should I say happy relationship. Nah, I wouldn't say that. You'd never hear me say that. In many ways it could be if you're young. Like if you're very young, you're a young guy, you probably should be kind of single. Not to sleep around though. Or a young woman, not to sleep around, so you can establish yourself first, right? But other than that, man, being in a relationship with the right woman or man is better than being single, in my opinion. But the problem is, people confuse that with just having somebody. Not the right relationship, but just having somebody. You want to know why? Because it's the feeling of, I still got something. I still feel the love, should I say. Even though it's not love, even though they treat me like shit and all this bullshit, it's the closest thing I'm going to get, so I'll settle for this. Just the feeling of having somebody, not being alone. They don't want that feeling of being alone, but they don't realize being alone is where you could probably become your best version of yourself, because all the chips are against you and your back's against the wall. First ex leave, dead broke. Second ex leave, 10,000. Last ex leave, what? Nah. Second ex leave, 30,000. Last ex leave, over 100, almost $250,000. Keep improving. Not only with money, the mind, everything. That shit would have never happened if I'm clinging on to this woman and that woman and always looking for other women to sleep with and all that. How would I have done that? You can't, man. And the same thing goes for a lot. If you look at a lot of women who are in a great position, and then you look at a lot of women who aren't, I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, the woman who's in a great position, probably to most men, she's stuck up. No, she's not stuck up. She's just not picking the bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers, step your game up if you want a woman like that. That's all there is to it. I guarantee you, man, that woman is not focused on men like that. She probably focused on her career and all that shit. That's how women gotta move, man. If you with a man and he's acting like a blockhead bitch, leave him alone and focus on yourself. But you don't want to do that because of the feeling. Well, guess what? If you're not careful, there's going to be a worse feeling than that. And it's going to be single mother feeling, or it's going to be he left you for another woman feeling anyway, and I wasted all my time and passed a good guy's feeling. It's going to be that type shit, man. Because you know when this shit's over. Women know when that shit over. They just don't want to leave. Some of them need the man, and that's the problem. If you was on your shit from day one, from the last relationship, if you would have just got on your shit instead of looking for another man, it wouldn't have mattered. I don't need this motherfucker. All right, he can leave. I'm just going to get my own shit. But most women can't do that. And most men, to be truthful. They can't do that. They need the man. They need the man to help get by. And I'm not shitting on them. I'm just trying to wake them up and realize after this toxic next relationship, take time to yourself, man. Stop going from getting attached to another man. Take time to yourself, man. Get attached to your purpose. How about that? How about getting attached to God a little bit more? Let God be your man for a while. Why is this a crime? Matter of fact, you're not going to get the right man unless you go through God anyway. So, I mean, if you don't do it, you're done. We not getting the right woman or man unless we go through God. I don't know who told y'all different. We live in an evil ass world. You think you're gonna pick the right man without God, good, or woman? Good luck. It's not happening. It's too many variables in this motherfucker, man. It's too much temptation. It's too much this. It's too much that. Too much social media. All these things. If the woman ain't grounded by God or the man ain't grounded by God, and I ain't saying they got to be in church singing like a saint, but the mindset, you know, fearing the Most High, you're done, man. It's not going to work. And they're not going to pick the right one for them anyway. So what the fuck does it matter, right? But to me, it's a disrespect and a slap in the Most High's face when a woman knows this man, knowing the God showed you, hey, this man's cheating on you. Here you go. Here's the proof. And then you don't want to leave the guy because you think you're going to die. How you going to die when the Most High just showed you it's time to go? Come with me. How? You listening to that lying-ass devil, man. You can't live without him. But what if he gets another girl, man, and be happy with somebody else? All these things, man. It doesn't matter if he gets somebody, he's happy with somebody else. What about your happiness? Is he giving it to you? Or should I say this? Really, he can't give it to you. You got to give it to yourself. Is he disrupting the happiness that you have within yourself? Or is he actually adding to it, should I say? But they're not going to listen, man. They're not going to listen because they're attached. Because they don't want to break the attachment. You know, same thing with men. I shouldn't even have to say this with men. You shouldn't even be in your feelings at all. There's no excuse for you. I get it. A woman, she going to be in her feelings. But she got to be smarter than that. When a woman is ready to leave a man, she got to think logic, not emotion. All that emotional shit gonna come in your mind, yeah, but every time it do, you gotta think logically, buddy, fuck that other bitch. Man, I miss when we was on that bridge and we did this and he did that, but he fucked that other bitch. Every time that the fucking thoughts of, I miss this motherfucker pop in your head, remember why the fuck you're missing him in the first place. Meaning, why are you in this position to even be missing the motherfucker? Because those feelings are going to fade eventually. And the same thing with y'all men, we go through it too. Dog, man, I miss her so much, man. She did this. Man, that was my ace. But she put another dick in her mouth. Fuck that bitch. You got to do this every time, man. Or go back. Go back and get reattached, and now it's even harder again. It's like opening the wound all over again. Every time you go back to them, it's opening the wound again. It ain't the love. See, y'all think, well, it's because I love them so much. That's why every time I go back and we make up and have makeup sex, it's just so perfect and all that. Man, you're just setting yourself up again for more failure. You're just repeating the cycle over and over again. I've been there, man. I know what it's like. I know how hard it is to leave a motherfucker because of fear and shit like that, but you can't. I'm telling you, every time I left, my life got better. That is a fact. That is no knock on them or anything. Every time I left, my life got better. And it had nothing to do with a female. Imagine if a woman was in it. Imagine if I met the woman and all this other shit happened. We talking about no woman involved, because I don't leave a woman for another woman. That's not good. Anytime I leave a woman, I leave on my own. I've been basically clearly, I would say clear, single probably over 2 years maybe. Or something like that, about 2 years or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about clear. We ain't talking about breaking up and back together. Yeah, y'all know how this shit go. I'm talking about like clear cut. About 2 years. I'm just down to the point to where I think I could actually deal with somebody that way. But if I would have done it last year or something, that wouldn't have been fair for that woman, man. Because all I would do is just think about the past and who I'm attached to and all that. And that's what y'all doing. Or you run back to the person that did you dirty, man. And they love to gaslight y'all too. See, they know how to control y'all. That's one thing about a person that is attached to you. They know how to lie, manipulate, and sliver around you, man, because they know who you are. So when they see you pulling away, they're going to gaslight you. Or guilt shame you. Things like that. to make you feel bad and run right back to their little prison. And you feel like you can't leave, and I ain't got the strength to leave, because I need somebody help paying my bill. Man, fuck them bills. Man, fuck all that shit, man. When it's time to go, it's time to go. Before it gets worse. Before there's a kid involved, now you stuck with them forever. And they gonna get worse. If they bad now, imagine if a kid get thrown in the picture. Oh my God, it's over. Because sometimes good relationships go bad when a kid comes in the picture. So just imagine relationships all already fucked up. And I know there's going to be somebody who's going to say, well, the kid could bring them together and this or that. It's possible, but it's possible. But I think about how many people try to have a kid with somebody and it don't work. It don't make them better, right? Kid ain't going to make him stay. Y'all already know the drill. It's a scary thing to get attached to the wrong person, man. That's why when you see people play games, get away, leave them alone. They're gonna gaslight you though. I've had somebody before, like, I was just joking. Like, what, she like, I didn't, my bad, I was asleep. I'm like, nah, you probably just calling you was with your boyfriend. I was just playing, telling the girl she had a boyfriend. Just playing, right? But I kind of did feel like she was up to some shit. I knew something was going on. Because the energy shift, you know how that go, right? Next thing you know, not even a day later, that chick was hugged up with somebody else, right? That's fine. All right. She was lying, obviously, about how she feel about me, right? She had to be, because there's no way another guy pop up. So I just leave the girl alone, and then the girl gets mad because I leave her alone. You pick somebody else, and now I'm fake. It's just that's gaslighting and shit like that. But that's kind of like shaming you. But gaslighting is, nah, what boyfriend? I don't talk to nobody. But the week later, you have a whole boyfriend. See, the Most High puts intuition in us, man, to tell us, man, I need to leave this person. I'm not happy with this person or this or that. But, you know, the devil come with his lies, man, to make y'all stay there. Because the devil don't want you to be happy. You know, the devil brought that person in your life to destroy you in the first place. That's what y'all not realizing, man. The devil send people in your lives to destroy y'all, man. And y'all gonna keep it there. Y'all gonna keep the poison there, though. So God shows you, hey, this poison is destroying you. I don't care, God. I'm not going with you. I'm just going to listen to the devil's lie and go back with lying ass, you know. Let the lying guy or girl just have control of my life. So that's what's going on. You got to learn game so you'll know when game's ran on you, so you can get up out of there quickly. You know what I mean? A woman cannot run too much game on me, man. No matter how much I like her or whatever, it don't matter. If I see game being ran on me, I'll leave her alone. Or downgrade her, but I recommend leaving her alone, because even when you downgrade, you know, you're still playing the game. You know, and bad things can happen. You still can get her pregnant. Downgrade meaning we just kick it and fuck or whatever. I don't take you serious. That's still not a good thing. Just leave that chick alone and go work on yourself and let another woman come along. You know what I mean? Y'all got to get rid of this baggage before the right man or woman come along, or you're going to fuck it up. You're going to fumble it. A lot of y'all women will just keep texting a bunch of men until one of them do this or that. By the time the right one come along, you texting 20,000 men. He not going to want you now. You're going to fumble it. Some of y'all gonna get a big head once the right one come along and keep texting the bad ones, and you're gonna fumble it. Not only that, even if you didn't do those things, you're probably gonna fumble out of the fact that you didn't work on yourself as a woman or man and become better for a person when that person did come along. People still out here trying to talk to 20,000 people and shit instead of taking time to themselves, detox, and work on themselves to make themselves a better woman or man for the next woman or man. They don't want to do that. And then on the flip side, they don't want to let go of motherfuckers, so they allow people to destroy them so they can't make themselves a better woman or man for the next. And guess what, y'all? Just in case y'all didn't know, here's a shock of y'all life. A lot of them people y'all attached to that are, you a piece of shit, you're nobody, your family ain't shit, and this and that. They purposely try to destroy you so you cannot be for nobody else. I'm gonna say that again. They purposely try to destroy you so you can't be for somebody else. You'll be so beat down by them, you might hate women or men because y'all don't know when to pull the fucking plug, man. Once you seen them cheat, pull the fucking plug, man. There's nothing else to discuss or see. What else is there to see? And even, I'll give you this. I've known of only one couple I know that did dirt to each other, got back together and got married, right? But they had to take time away from each other to see if that's what they really wanted. See, people ain't even doing that. They cheat, you stay, and cling like a motherfucker. At the least, people, if they cheating, take time away from them to see if that's what you really want. At least that. And if they cheated on you and they sorry, they'll wait. If they really cared about you, if I cheated on a woman and I really cared about the woman, which I'm not going to cheat because I care about it, right? Even though, but let's just hypothetically say it's possible because some people's minds wired like that, right? They cheat on you. You leave to see if that's what you really want. If that person really sorry, they'll wait. They'll go work on themselves and, you know, try to become a better woman or man and focus on just trying to become a better woman or man. Not out here fucking other women and men. They wouldn't be doing that because they'd be so worried like, man, I fucked her up. Man, that was my one. I cared about it. See, but you don't see that, do you? Nope. What do you see? They already got another motherfucker already on deck. Because a lot of times you're just a number. You're just cattle to these motherfuckers, man. You just cattle. And contrary to most belief, most people do that because they're scared to get attached again. Because somebody in the past have fucked them over that bad because they wouldn't let their hand off that burning stove. You know what I mean? That stove, oh shit, that's hot, but I'm going to stay on it anyway. Fuck it. Like a dumbass, right? So they just destroyed themselves so much, they don't even trust women or men. So they play the game so they don't get attached to women or men. That's what's going on too. There's so many different levels on what's going on out here, but you got to know them because you got to be sharp so you can pick the right person, man, and not cling to the wrong motherfucker and stick with the wrong person, man. But I'm almost at my job now, and I'm off tomorrow, and I'm so fucking happy, man. Man, I love being off, man, for at least one day. I just want y'all, man, I've been through what y'all been through, man. It's hard. It's hard to disconnect from somebody that you're attached to, but you know they doing you wrong. Deep down inside, you're like, man, every time I try to make it right with her, we just argue again, and man, and then you say, man, I'm done with her or him. But then after a couple of days, you go back because you scared. And a lot of y'all are doing that because there's nobody else there. If your celebrity crush was there, you probably wouldn't go back. Only problem is you did not go through that fire to get cleansed, to be ready for the celebrity crush or your next person. No way around it. If you are a person in a bad relationship and you're watching this right now, if you want your next relationship to be better, you must go through the fire. You must. Because that fire is going to make you a better woman or man. And when you become a better woman or man, you're going to have the ability to pick a better woman or man because that's part of becoming a better woman or man. Because now once a better woman or man is within you, you know how to see it within someone else. It's not rocket science, people. If you don't self-improve, if you don't see the better woman in yourself as a woman or man, right? You can't see it in nobody else. For example, if a woman likes the so-called bad boys, right, and she remains that same type of female as her as a person, she gonna keep picking them. But take that same woman, like we could probably use Sierra for example. Take that same woman, say she detoxed from men for a while, she became a better woman. I promise you that woman's not gonna pick that same type of man because she's not the same type of women. Or they're not the same type of women or men. It's not just women, it's men too. That's why you must go through that fire if you want a better relationship. So you got two choices. Hang on to the bullshit hang on to the lie? Or say, you know what, man, he had his chances. He ain't changing. Because he's not going to change. Or she's not going to change. They get worse. They get worse because they know you're not leaving. I done all this shit to this woman or man, and they still here. Man, they ain't leaving. They love me. Or some of them get bold. Like I'm waiting for her. She ain't got the balls, or she ain't got the guts to leave me. I'm gonna do what I want, and she ain't gonna go nowhere, or he ain't gonna go nowhere. They really get that courage, man. Until you get snatched from them, and then they like, damn. They all butt her and shit, but really, a lot of them ain't even butt her. Don't fall for that either. That's just another lie to reel your ass back in. Them motherfuckers don't care. Everybody talking about people don't know what they got until it's gone. They know exactly what they got before it's gone. They just don't give a fuck until it's gone. And they only act like they give a fuck when it's gone. So what they had comes back to them because they don't want nobody else to have it. Plain and simple, man. I don't care how much, who it is. Nobody wants even though I want all my exes to be happy, deep down inside, nobody really wants somebody that loved them to love somebody else. Even if you're okay with it, like, I'm really okay with them and being happy because I don't want them to suffer in life and shit. But really, you don't want them to love nobody but you. Let's be real about it. That's just human nature. So all of y'all that keep falling for the trap of the woman or man every time you get courage to leave, and you fall right back into their fucking lie that you wish it was, that it's not, then just understand that they're going to keep playing that. They're going to keep doing that same crossover until you stop it. You got to close the door. Y'all waiting for them to close the door. You got to close the door. A narcissist ain't going to close the fucking door. Even when you close the door, they still going to try to come back and knock on that motherfucker to see if they still can get you. That's just how they are. Even if it's for validation, they might not even need nothing from you but validation. Just to see if you'll still fuck with them. And once they get their little rocks off from realizing that you still would consider them, they gone like the wind. Or they'll take that mask off and treat you like shit like they've been doing. Because you obviously, you can't leave me. And if you're a woman, a man, and these women are doing this, they look at you as weak, man. They look at you as weaker than them. Because she's able to leave you. Like, she left you for another man. Like, I moved on. I don't even want him no more, but he can't leave me alone. She gonna look at you as weak, bro. There's no way to gain that woman's respect. So even if you get with her, and you're with her, you know, the little attachment bullshit, she's still gonna be fucking other men. So what's the point? Same thing with y'all women. You take back a man that know that you fucked that you know fuck other women or a woman. He's not gonna respect you. Just not. He already didn't respect you in the first place. That's why he fucked another woman. Number one. Now you let me get away with it? Oh, I'm really not respecting you. I don't even gotta hide it. What's the consequences about cheating on you again? What, you gonna leave? Well, that didn't happen. So what's the worst that's gonna happen? What's gonna stop that motherfucker the next time the opportunity presents itself? Nothing. Nothing. The only way that they will pay for what they did is for you to leave. As long as you stay in there, there's no punishment. There's no punishment, man. I'm telling y'all this shit, man. It's unfortunate. But you just y'all gotta stop looking at it from the perception of, I don't have nobody. You're not supposed to have nobody right now. You got yourself. You got God. That's all you need right now. You should look at it as a beautiful thing. Like, man, I don't even know who my wife gonna be. I thought it was this one or that one, but it's not. That's a good thing. Like, I don't even know this. Maybe I do know her. I mean, maybe I met her or whatever. But let's just say I never met the chick. That's a journey that I want to go on. I don't know about y'all. Like, fuck it, I'm with it. I'm gonna just keep working and shit and self-improving. I'm with it. But y'all not doing that, man. Y'all worry about the past, man. Because once they cheated, they sealed that fate. That storybook closed right there. That's it. So why are you still trying to rewrite this storybook that's over with? Create a whole new book, man. It could be hard if you got kids by the person and all that. You still gotta see them. That's a tough one, man. That's tough, man. But still gotta be done, man. You can't stay with somebody just because you got kids with them. You Can't do it. It's not healthy for you, man. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy, man. And 9 times out of 10, when somebody do you wrong, you know, they suffering. It might not look like it. They might got them their little girlfriend or boyfriend. They left you or whatever. They got somebody else or whatever. This is why I don't even deal with when me and the ex break up. That's it. I'm not worried about your social media. I don't need to see none of that. I don't want to see it. What? You know what I mean? But it looked like they got their little boyfriend and girlfriend and shit like that. But really, they suffering on the inside, man. If you do people wrong, you suffer on the inside, man. Ain't no way around it. You can't be happy when you make other people unhappy. That energy got to come to you. That energy you putting out got to come to you. But I hope y'all get it, man. And if you're a woman, man, you do not need a man. I know men don't want to hear y'all say this shit. They don't want to hear it. But I'm going to tell you. And honestly, I don't like to hear it when it's in an arrogant way. Like, fuck men, I don't need them. You know what I mean? But if it's in a way of, man, I don't want to be hurt by another man, so I'm going to improve myself as a woman until I find the man I want. That type of I don't need a man shit, I salute the fuck out of that shit, man. Because that's what women's supposed to do. Instead of going back to men or settling for men and getting hurt and destroyed. So you can't even get your king. You can't have your king because you didn't let these other men take your work. Can't do that, man. Like it or not, men and women can destroy our work. The wrong ones can destroy our work. We can't have that. That's why when you see the fuckery, pull the plug. Oh, you just said you liked me a lot the other night, but now you hooked up with another guy? I can't fuck with you. It don't matter how much I liked you. The plug pulled right there. Because you're not about to play. And if I didn't pull the plug, what's that woman going to do? She just going to play the game and look at me weak and, I got another one in my rotation, girl. Nah, fuck all that. Why would I deal with that when there's a woman that don't want to play games like that don't want to be for this man and that man and that man? Same thing with y'all women. Why would y'all put up with that when there's men out here who only want one woman? One. Believe it or not, there's men out this motherfucker that only want one woman. That's what they want, you know? And then you got men out here who prefer multiple women. And if you pick that type of guy, I don't care if you the perfect woman or not, he's still going to prefer his multiple women because that's what he wants. Only person that can make that motherfucker change is him. Y'all think he meets a woman one day and then he says, you know what, I'm done, man. I'm done. I don't want multiple women anymore. Nah, that's something that has to be in him before he even deals with another woman. Matter of fact, that guy probably has to cleanse, detox, go through the fire of not being a player no more. Then he come out a different guy. Then I can see that. Just like the woman who likes the bad boy. She go through that fire, she changes as a woman, and I promise you she won't want no bad boy no more. She might find him attractive, and if she's single, she might fuck him or something, but she's not really going to want them. That's not going to be her desire anymore. You see what I'm saying? That attachment though, man, that attachment will make y'all think that you care about somebody when you really don't, and it'll make you think that they care about you. And of course, you care about them, but in the way of like you really want them type shit. You know you don't want them no more. Let's be honest, man. We know when the relationships are over. We just don't want to let it go, man. That's all there is to it. You know that shit over, man. So y'all just wasting time because nobody found somebody. But somebody gonna find somebody and somebody gonna get hurt. So you might as well just go ahead and walk away while you're ahead. And when you walk away, self-improve. So you don't have to live under a man's roof. So when you get with another woman or man, both of y'all can live at y'all separate places and build that way first. Instead of jumping in and playing house when y'all don't even know what it takes to make each other work quite yet. But you're already trying to play house and marriage and shit. A lot of relationships have potential to be great, perfect relationships, but they don't know how to make each other work yet. And they already trying to go from 0.0 to 100. Can't do that, man. You gotta learn how to. I know my baby. I know not to fuck with her right now. She'll be all right in a couple minutes. You don't know none of that shit when y'all new. Y'all don't know how to handle each other, man. But you're already living together. You can't do that yet. You're not ready for that. Not ready for that, man. Plus, it just kills the whole damn the journey. Like, y'all just trying to go from 0 to 60. You rushing the project, man. I mean, if you want to give each other keys to the place, that's damn near the same as living. Like, my woman got, if I got a woman, she got my key. That's basically me telling you, you basically live with me, but you don't. Like, you could walk in anytime you want. I mean, I don't know what else you need. But I'm not moving in with you yet. When we moving together, we gonna buy a house together. That's when we move in together. Shit like that. And ain't nothing wrong with that. We can spend a night together, all that shit. But only people could do that who don't need a woman or man. When you need a woman or man, oh shit, we better move in together. You know, because we need each other and the rent gonna be cheaper. And then y'all not ready for that, and then it fucks up the whole thing. Or y'all ready to leave each other, but you can't because y'all need each other to pay the rent. It's not a good thing, man. What happens if a baby comes out of that? But y'all really don't want each other. You see what I mean? Not good. Not good, man. I can't imagine being stuck in the house with a woman. She just fucked another guy last night. But since I'm not on my shit as a man, I gotta sit here and take it on the chin and live with this chick. Fuck that shit. And then I get the chick pregnant. Oh my God. Man. Y'all have a good night, man. I'm pulling up, man. Have a great weekend, man. And just love yourself, man. I know it's hard, man. I know these attachment shit is hard. I'm at the point that I'm not attached no more, and I feel great. You know, it was hard. It was hard, man. But every time I left somebody, my life got better, man. And that's no offense to them. I'm just telling the truth. You know, I was just like y'all, or just like somebody watching who can't leave. Like, you can't imagine living without them and all that, but they doing you wrong, or y'all just not getting along. The relationship ain't going right. I ain't trying to point the finger at who's wrong, who's right. It don't matter. The point is the relationship's not going right, and you can't see life without it, right? So you just holding on to, you just keep your hand on that burning fire, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let that fire go, man. You gotta know when to let it go. A perfect example would be a car. You buy a car, it's worth $50,000. You know what I mean? You drive it for 5 years and it's going bad. It's starting to go bad. It's starting to have problems. You know what I'm saying? Like relationships, starting to have problems. But you know, one guy, he's smart enough to let it go and still have worth, still have almost as much as the car was worth when he bought it. AKA, I'm still worth something as a woman or man. Then you got another one who just keeps rolling into the wheel. He don't know when to let it go. He putting all kind of extra money in the car and everything, and by the time he finally lets the car go, it's not worth, not even close to what it was in the beginning. And that's what happens to a lot of women or men. Once they leave a woman or man from a relationship, they're almost dead, man. They didn't let that relationship basically kill them, and that's what the devil wants. That's why the devil works through people and rewards people who do bad the most. You ever wonder why the people who would do each other good rarely hook up, and then it's always one of somebody of the other that is playing a game, and everybody seems to want to hook up with that one, or vice versa? You know what I'm saying? You know that person going like, man, I would have done her right, and I know he a player. She gonna pick him. You already know what it is, but you gotta know why that is. Or it could be a dude. You be like, I would have done him good. He picked that hoe. You already know what time it is, man. The devil cannot work through people who have good intentions. So that's why he tries his best to keep two people, woman and man, away from each other that has good intentions, that would actually love each other to death. He can't have that. Because that's two people out the player circle. The devil uses people, man, to hurt you or destroy you. Remember that, man. Remember that shit. A lot of y'all forget that, man. It's not just women or men. It could be weed. It could be anything. It could be porn. It could be anything, man. Anything. It could be food. Whatever. Whatever he can use to destroy you, that's what he's going to do. But his main weapon is women and men. That's his main weapon. Because he knows that we're supposed to be here to love each other. You know, that's human nature. But what does he do? He tries to twist the women and men against each other. Look at the hate. You think I'm lying? Log off this video. I promise you. Go look on Facebook and watch. I bet you see one thing that says something about women or niggas. I promise you. It's a war out here. No one's safe from. I don't give a fuck if you 3 feet or 8'1". What'd your boy say? I'm just being honest with y'all, man. You don't want to be a victim of that. I don't hate the opposite sex, but if you keep holding on too long and getting done dirty because you didn't want to leave them alone, you're going to end up hating them. Or you're going to think all women or men ain't the same or are the same. You know what I mean? You got to learn to know when to let go. Okay, oh girl, she claimed that she liked me so much, but she popped up with another guy a week later. That she was just lying to me. Fuck it. Ain't no need to get mad. None of that. Just leave it alone. Or a guy. I mean, he popped up with a whole wife. Don't get mad, but you gotta be ready to let go when it's time to let go. And the same thing goes for a person that you was with him for 5 years and you found out he was cheating. And I promise you, it probably wasn't the first time. So you just gotta know when to let go. If you don't, it's just going to destroy you even more than this fire that you're gonna walk through. And actually, this is what people don't get. When you leave people, it's not. It feels like you're being destroyed, but you're actually being rebuilt. The Most High is actually really rebuilding you in your life. It's a new beginning. It's not the end. See, people think I leave this toxic motherfucker, my life's over. No, your life's you're about to have a whole new beginning in life. But y'all not willing to take that step. So you're going to stay with your old life and you're going to drown in it. So it's up to you. It's up to you. You going to take that step or not? How much do you love yourself? Because y'all know if a motherfucker ain't going, y'all know if they doing you dirty or not. Y'all know if they treat you like shit or not. Think about it like this, y'all. You left the last person you finally left the last motherfucker, didn't you? Well, some of y'all left the last person for somebody else. But this time, that's probably what it really be. It really be people don't leave somebody until they find somebody else. Stop doing that. Leave the wrong person for yourself. When I left my exes, it was for me. It wasn't for no other woman. It was for me. I can't do this. Man, I just bought this girl $40 of weed and she's still calling me names and shit. I can't do this no more. I gotta leave for me. It ain't got nothing to do with no other woman. It don't matter if I don't get a woman for 10,000 years. All I know is I gotta leave this for my own happiness and my own peace. And that's what people gotta do. But what they do is they fall in that comfort of, but we're gonna cuddle tonight, and it feels good. Even though I know it's not real love. On that song with Kendrick Lamar and T.I., where a girl said, Tip, all I want to do is feel love, even though I know it ain't real love. And that's exactly what's going on, people. I just want to feel love, even though I know it's not real love. But the problem is this. People don't understand that when you start loving yourself and you start going the Most High's way, you're going to feel the ultimate love. There is no better love than that. No woman can give you that, or man. Matter of fact, if you don't have those two things, if you don't have the love of God in you and the love of yourself in you, the person you with can't make you feel good anyway. It's temporary. And a lot of times that's why these relationships that people are in are not even working, because of the simple fact that both people don't have love within themselves. That's why they treat each other like shit. When you love yourself, you don't be treating other human beings like shit. Because you love yourself, you're happy. People who ain't happy with themselves, that's why they treat people like shit. Because I'm going to take how I feel out on you. I want you to feel how I feel. Or how I feel, and the inside is bad, so I'm going to take it out on you. What happy person you know doing that shit? Just wondering. Like a sincerely happy motherfucker. Who doing that? Nobody. Not no happy person. Time to wake up, people. Stop being scared, man. You know what time it is. Go through that fire, man, so you can be cleansed. It's not the end, it's the beginning. It's the beginning of a new beginning. That's exactly what it is. So until you're ready to make that change, you know what I mean? Complain and stay the same. Or change.